Hey, it's Adam, Avalon Auto, Auctions with Adam. Another GX470 water leak. I'm the king of getting these with water leaks. I made another video before. This is the big girl. And I thought the water was coming in actually over the seals, because when I took everything out, there was evidence of water lines running through this. I found out on another GX last week that the culprit wasn't those seals. It was leaking from in here, the 3 clip holes that are on these guys. The other one I had, this is one of the old ones, this top seal was torn. These off of mine, the top seal's not torn, but they were still allowing water to come in. This little foam gasket of a thing is the only thing that keeps water out from these 3 holes. It was leaking on both sides. I had to gut the entire back end, dry out the under padding because it wasn't as wet as the other one I had, but was still damp on the edges from the water coming in and down. And then this one I just took through the car wash, and it wasn't pouring in like the other one, but I did reach my hand up under there afterwards and could feel each one of the tips of these clips was wet and dripping. So there's some evidence of old water stains in there. Same over here. This is the 3rd GX470 that I've had to do this on. But basically, even if you're bad, even if your top seals aren't bad, it could still be leaking in from these holes. So what you have to do is take this window out. You've got all your normal just pull clips on here. You got to remove the bottom panel first and then pull these top ones. These are a bugger, but just pull with some force, wiggle it around up and down a little bit, and it'll come out. When you put them back together, make sure you line up your slider for this gray bar right there to be right on the top of this button right here so they work properly. And then you need a deep 10mm socket. There's one hole here and one hole up there, and I suggest a magnet as well, so once you get these bolts at the tip of the screw, you can magnet them out because they will fall into the cavity. And then you have to pull this window off. I don't disconnect the rear, I just pop it open so you have more to work with. There's a clip at the top there, and it's just a little push tab clip. So that's why you have to remove the window in order to remove this piece of belt molding. And then I thoroughly clean this area with either degreaser or Windex or something just to get all the grime off, because it will have a ton of grime. And then when reinstalling these, just like I did on the roof rack holes, fill this hole with silicone before you push. So I'm going to fill all 3 of these holes with silicone before I mount these into place. That way that silicone has time, you know, this is a pressure clip, so it'll hold itself pretty tight on there, and the silicone will form a watertight bead. I did that on the other one, that one over there, and it worked. I let it sit for a day and then took it back through the car wash with the back open like this, and it didn't leak a drop. It was dry underneath all of those. So these themselves are not going to keep water out long term. They may hold a watertight seal for a while, but this one, all of them were there. You kind of bust the clips getting them out, but that little foam piece is just not enough to keep water out. So similar to the way we do our roof racks and other holes that we make in the vehicle, fill it with silicone before you push that screw in or push these push tabs in. It seems to work. All right, water leaks, GX470s. Getting to be an expert, unfortunately.